Hey everyone, it's been a while. A long time ago, I made a video on how to download Project M for the Wii, but I haven't made a video on how to install the Homebrew channel until today. So stay tuned because I'm going to show you guys how to download the Homebrew channel in today's video. Hey, what's up everyone? My name is Chavito08, and today I'm gonna show you guys how to install the Homebrew channel on your Nintendo Wii. Now, what exactly is the Homebrew channel? With the Homebrew channel, you can be able to install Homebrew apps on your Wii, such as USB Loader GX, which backs up your Wii and GameCube games onto your USB or an external hard drive, formatted in FAT32. And you can also launch WiiMV, which is a fan-made patch for your games, so that way it will restore online connectivity since Nintendo decided to shut down Nintendo Wi-Fi connection back in 2014, which really sucks, with special dedicated servers built by Nintendo fans for Nintendo fans. And you can also run emulators for your retro console titles, like the NES or the Game Boy, or Super NES, and even play movies on your DVD. That's right, you can use your Wii as a DVD player, because Nintendo originally considered having DVD playback support, but they later decided to drop the idea at the last minute because they couldn't pay for licensing fees with Dolby. That's actually a real thing, by the way. If you look at the Wii's flaw designs on the Weebrew page, you'll find it right there. So yeah, I really wish the Wii would have DVD support so I can watch all my favorite episodes of SpongeBob on DVD, watch Shrek on DVD, or even watch Family Guy on DVD. And why should you homebrew your Nintendo Wii? Well, because Nintendo doesn't offer any support for the Wii anymore since they're now focused on the Nintendo Switch. And if you really wanted to play Mario Kart or Super Smash Bros, once again, the only way to do it is if you homebrew your Wii. So that's why in today's video, I'm going to show you how to install the Homebrew channel on your Nintendo Wii. Now, before we begin, I want to quickly address a safety warning for this video. I do not condone and do not support piracy. I also do not approve of sharing misleading or insensitive information to the public without proper consent and or permission. If anything bad happens to your electronic device, please understand I'm not responsible for any damages, so do not try doing this unless you know exactly what you're doing. This video is made for educational purposes only, and if you have any questions regarding this video, please be sure to leave it in the comment section below. Thank you. And now, without any further ado, let's begin! So how do you install the Homebrew channel? In this video, I'm going to show you how to install Homebrew with the letter bomb method, and it shouldn't take you more than 5 minutes to do this. Also, you need to make sure your Wii system menu version is updated to 4.3 in order to do this properly. For those who don't know how to connect your Wii to the internet, I'm going to show you how in just a sec. And one last thing I should mention, this tutorial only works for unmodded Wiis, so if you already have Homebrew installed, please do not do this, and I'll be sure to make a video on how to safely remove all Homebrew content in the future. So first, let me show you how to connect your Wii to the internet. In order to update your Wii to the internet, you must be able to create an internet connection. Please note the Wii Mini does not support any online connectivity, and the Wii only supports 2.4 GHz of internet bandwidth. The Wii doesn't support 5G or higher, so please be sure to check your internet and router settings and make sure that 2.4 GHz is enabled before doing this. For more, check out this website here, and the link will be in the description below. First, power on your Wii, then go to Wii Options, then go to Wii Settings. Head page 2 and then click on Internet. From here, we want to set up our internet connection. So click on Connection Settings, and as you can see, you can save up to 3 different kinds of connections at a time. So I'm going to choose connection 1, and you can connect either wirelessly or use a LAN adapter and connect them with a Ethernet port. I'm going to show you what to do if you're planning to connect your Wii with a wireless internet connection. Click on Wireless Connection, then click Search for an access point. The Wii will display all the wireless networks it finds. Click OK, and then you should be able to find your proper router name, and make sure you type in your password correctly. Once again, make sure your router has 2.4 GHz enabled. If not, then check back with your router settings and be sure to enable it, then try again. Once you're done, select OK 3 times to save your settings and to confirm your password. And then it will start an internet connection test to see if it's compatible. Once it's completed, you should see the following screen. The connection test was successful. It will then ask you to update your Wii. So if it's not updated yet, so go ahead, press yes, and then you'll be able to update your Wii to 4.3. If you already have the latest version, then press no. And that's how you update your Wii to 4.3. Now that we've updated our Wii to 4.3, we can now proceed with the letter bomb method. So what is letter bomb and how does letter bomb work? Letter bomb is one of the few recognizable Wii hacks that will allow you to install the Homebrew channel. And the way it works, you'll need to download a couple of files and copy them over to your SD card. And the exploit could be triggered by going to the Wii message board. And I'll show you exactly what to do on how to use the letter bomb method. Here are the following requirements you're going to need for the letter bomb method. First, you're going to need a Nintendo Wii console. You can use either the original 2006 model or you can use the Family Edition model, because both of those consoles support the SD card slot. The Wii Mini, however, doesn't have an SD card slot, so it won't work on the Wii Mini. The second choice you're going to need is an SD card. Your SD card must be at least 2 GB, or you can go all the way up to 32 GB. You cannot exceed higher than 32 or else it won't work. And the most popular choice is a SanDisk 32 Ultra SDHC card, which is under $10 to $20 and is available on Amazon. The third thing you're going to need is a computer or a laptop with an SD card slot. If it doesn't have an SD card slot, then try purchasing a USB SD card reader. My recommended choice is the Anker USB SD card reader. It's affordable and extremely easy to use, and it's also available on Amazon for just only $20. And the last thing you're going to need is 7-Zip. You'll need to download 7-Zip on your computer, so that way you'll be able to manually extract the necessary files you'll need and copy them over to the root of your SD card. It's free for you to download, and it doesn't contain any viruses. The link to 7-Zip will be in the description below. And you can also use WinRAR if you want to. It works the same as 7-Zip. Assuming you already have everything you need, we can now go ahead and proceed the installation process. After you power on your Wii, first go to Wii Options. And then you want to go to Wii Settings. And then you want to find Internet. which is located on the second page. Scroll to the second page, then select Internet, and then click on Console Information. Here it will display your Wii console's MAC address. Mine's is censored, obviously, and yours may be a little bit different. Make sure you copy down your MAC address because we're going to be going to this website, please.hackme.com. Once you enter the URL into the web address, it'll ask you to enter your Wii's MAC address. So enter your MAC address and be sure to select your proper region. If you don't know how to find your Wii's region letter, look at the bottom of the Wii's model number and it will say U for US, J for Japan, E for Europe, or K for Korea. You can also find it on the first page of the Wii settings menu. Once you selected your region, complete the CAPTCHA and make sure the Bundle to Hack Me installer for me is checkmarked. And when you get to the part where it says cut the red wire or the blue wire, it doesn't matter which one it is, you'll still download the file anyways. So click on it and then save the zip file wherever you want to save it, on your desktop or your documents folder. For now, I'm just gonna leave it under downloads. The next thing you'll have to do, you'll need to download 7-Zip. So make sure you install 7-Zip on your Windows computer. And it shouldn't take you a lot of space. It should take you more than 15 megabits of space. Now insert your SD card onto your computer. If your computer doesn't have an SD card slot, then use a USB SD card reader. And from here, we're going to format our SD card to FAT32. Before we do this, make sure you don't have anything stored on your SD card, otherwise it will be permanently deleted. So be sure to back up whatever you have on your SD card before formatting, or else you won't retrieve it. Once you have your content saved for your SD card backup, we can now go ahead and format our card to FAT32. So right click on the SD card option, and then click Format. It'll bring up a small window which will allow you to format your card. Once you're ready, go ahead and format your card with Quick Format checkmark. And then click Start. A warning message will pop up and ask you if you're ready to go. Click OK to continue and give it a few seconds for it to format the FAT32. Once it's done, congratulations! You have formatted your card to FAT32. But we're not done just yet. Now that we have 7-Zip installed, we can now extract the files inside the zip folder. So click on the downloaded zip file, right click from where it says 7-Zip extract to whatever the file's name is, and then all the contents should be extracted inside the folder. Give it a few seconds for all the content to be extracted, and once it's done, click on that folder, and we're going to copy all this to the root in the SD card. Now there are two ways to select a file. One, you can either hold down Control and the left mouse button to select a buffer file, or you can drag the mouse up or down to select all the files at once. Then right click and select Copy, and then you want to head over to the root of your SD card and then paste it. And all the files should be copied over to your SD card. We did it! And once you're done, safely eject your SD card. And now we can insert our card onto your Wii. Now make sure your SD card is inserted onto your Wii console. Then power on your Wii and boot up to the Wii menu. Then you want to go to the Wii message board and check if there's a red envelope with a bomb in it. That envelope is the icon for accessing the Hack Me installer. Check either for today, tomorrow, or 2 days ago. If it's there, then the procedure worked. If it's not there, then you must have done something wrong. If you did something wrong, let me know down in the comments. So once you do see the letter bomb envelope, click on it and it will take you to the Hack.me installer. It's okay if your screen goes green or grayish with a bit of code in it. That means it's booting up the Hack.me installer, and a scam warning message will pop up and saying you must demand your money back if you bought it. This should be absolutely for free and it won't cost you a dime for it. And wait for the text to say press 1 to continue to appear, and once it does, press 1 on your Wii remote. Once you arrive at the Hack.me installer menu, you can be able to install the Homebrew channel. And I'll be sure to explain more about Boot.me in the next video, so stay tuned for that one. Just for today, we're only going to be installing the Homebrew channel. And of course, you can install Boot.me at a later date. Although it is highly recommended, I still want to give you a tutorial on how to do that at a later date. So let's go ahead and install the Homebrew channel. So, press continue, and then select install the Homebrew channel. And press install, and give it a few seconds to install. Once it's done, press continue, and then you want to hit exit. Congratulations! You have successfully installed the Homebrew channel. By default, there'll be nothing there. That's because we haven't installed any Homebrew apps yet. The only way to get Homebrew apps is if you go to the OpenShop channel. I'll provide you to the website, and the link will be in the description below. You can also use the OpenShop channel as a Windows application if you want to. And that's gonna wrap up for today's video. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you really find this video helpful, please be sure to like the video. And if you want to see more Homebrew related content, subscribe and hit the bell. And on the next video, I'll show you guys another way to install Homebrew with the start to hex method. And if you were having trouble with the letter bomb method, please provide some feedback in the comments. And I'll be sure to teach you guys how to use Boot.me and Preloader. I know it's a bit more advanced and a little bit more complicated to use when it comes to Boot.me, but I really am not the best expert when it comes to Boot.me and restoring your NAND. Besides, I really don't want to have to end up breaking my own Wii. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Please go check out my gaming channel, Jason Plays. And I'll see you guys again next time. Stay safe and have a great day, guys. Peace!